Two progressive city council members in Aurora hopped on a plane last week for a conference just outside Paris, France. Whether it was a justified work trip or a European vacation depends on who you talk to.
As a locally elected official, to go to a conference on the international stage in Paris is inappropriate.
Republican Mayor Mike Kaufman posted a tweet on Monday morning when he found out, calling it, quote, an insult to the hardworking taxpayers of this city.
So I think that there are lots of ways here locally where you can learn about the issues that affect the residents of this city every day.
The International Making Cities Livable Conference picks a different location every year. It focuses on how to make cities more accessible and ecological. In 2021, it was in Indiana. Councilmember Juan Marcano went to that event too.
Again, he's trying to attack, the progressives on council, people who actually have a vision and want to, improve our city by bringing best practices from around the world.
Marcano and City Council member Crystal Murillo say they spent money within their travel budget, roughly $3,000 each for the trip to France. Last year, Mayor Kaufman spent $2,350 for a trip to El Salvador, where many residents from Aurora are from. Kaufman says that trip was different than France because he says it was at the city's request.
I don't think El Salvador is a tourist destination. Unfortunately, I hope someday it is. But Paris is. And I just think the optics are bad, and I think the taxpayers of this city look at that and they say, this is not appropriate.
He says the optics are so bad, Kaufman plans to introduce a proposal to ban some future international trips. Marcano thinks that would just hurt taxpayers in the end.
What he'd be doing by doing that is basically killing any kind of international economic development trips that the city plans.
City Council members Marcano and Murillo insist they learned a lot, and they both plan to bring those ideas back to the city of Aurora. Mayor Kaufman thinks he has the support for his proposal, and he expects to introduce a draft next week.
Yeah, a little bit of hypocrisy going on here, but I looked this conference up. Last year it was in Indiana. Nobody wanted to go there.
Carmel, Indiana, and then these two city council members went to that conference as well. It was in Paris, and they went to this conference. So we'll see how this all shakes up in the coming weeks.
All right, Kelly, thank you.